Are you thinking of purchasing your first primary residence? Maybe it's your dream home. If that's the case, you need to know that your credit score plays a major role in making this dream come true. There are many mistakes that we make with our credit, and especially when we're thinking about purchasing our first home, we have no idea what mistakes that we should avoid. Hello, beautiful people. Hello, credit champs. Lisa here, and welcome to the Biznezz Academy. On this channel, we're about the buzz in the biz, the buzz in your credit and finances, and the buzz in self-improvement. If this is your first time here, don't let it be your last. Click that like button, subscribe button, and every time a video is live or gets uploaded, you'll be notified, and welcome to the family. In today's video, I am going to share with you 7 common mistakes that many make, but you're going to learn from these mistakes so you can avoid making them so that you can get the keys to your dream home. Get your pen and paper ready to take note. The first mistake that many people make when they're interested in purchasing for their first home is not pulling your credit report and not knowing what is on your profile. This doesn't give you a chance to dispute any of the discrepancies or to correct anything. So number 1, always pull your credit report to see what is reporting, to make sure that everything is correct before you apply for a home. Because if you don't do this, then you put yourself in a pickle. And what do I mean by this? The lender pulls your credit. This pull is a hard pull that could potentially worsen your credit report if you already have 5 hard pulls reporting. So make sure that you avoid this mistake and you pull your credit report at least 4 months in advance before you're thinking about purchasing the house. And this gives you a chance to any discrepancies and to correct anything that's not consistent. The second step to avoid when applying for a home is to keep your utilization 30% or less. Now, this is the standard 30%. My standard is 20%. If your utilization is too high, what this tells the lenders and the creditors is that you're using too much of your credit that's available to you and that you are high risk of bankruptcy, getting yourself in a pickle, not being able to pay, or getting in over your head. So avoid high utilization. Avoid this. This is one of the mistakes that many people make when applying for a home, is having utilization is too high. That can prevent you from getting that mortgage and can also prevent you from being successful with a lower interest rate. You want a lower interest rate, you want your FICO score to be high. And to do this, your utilization is a major factor in playing a role in your FICO score being increased. So, utilization low. Number 3, avoid applying for any new credit before closing on your house. You can actually mess up the closing of your new house if you apply for something before you go to settlement. Oftentimes, people will get approved for a loan, have a closing date of, say, 30 days from the day that they are approved. They think they're in the clear and they apply for new credit. What this tells the lender is that this is a red flag and they become cautious, and you may not be able to close on that day until you get that credit paid off. Because what it tells them is, why are they applying for new credit? Are they having financial problems? Should we be cautious? So avoid applying for any new credit until you get into that home. Number 4, making late payments. This can drop your score, and you do not want your score to drop when you are going through the process of purchasing a home. Number 5, closing old accounts. You don't want to do it. It drops your score. What you want to do is when you pay that account off, you keep the account open, because this adds to your history length for that creditor. So you do not want to close an account because it is a red flag. Number 6, not paying your debt down. This can affect your score. Not paying your bills down does not lower your utilization, and this is also a red flag. And mistake number 7 that many make is that they ignore the pre-approval requirements. Pretty much they ignore knowing what the credit steps are and the credit that you need to get approved. You guys, the better your credit, meaning 700 or more, your interest rate is lower. The lower your FICO score is, the higher interest rate and the more risk that the lenders see that you are. So you must understand that credit plays a very important part in life in making any purchases. And purchasing a home is going to be, if not the biggest, for most Americans, the biggest investment that you'll ever make. So you want to make sure that you set yourself up and put yourself in the right position so you can take advantage of a low interest rate. And also when you purchase a home, you want to make sure that your debt is low so that you don't have a problem paying your mortgage and you don't have a problem saving money. So you want to make sure that your debt is as low as possible so you're able to save money and you put yourself in a better position. So these are 7 steps to avoid that most people make before applying for a mortgage. Make sure you can avoid making these mistakes. If you need any help with your credit and you need any consulting, you can always reach out to me. You can click below to get on a free strategy call with me. You guys, credit is so important. Get your credit together, and purchasing a home can be a great investment. Most people that have any wealth, they start out by purchasing their primary residence, and then they go on to an investment property. They rent out this first initial resident, and they go on to purchase an investment property, or they do flips, or they do BRRRR properties. And when you have a great credit profile and a great credit score, 700 club, or higher, there are more things that you'll be privy to. And until next time, guys, I love you. One more thing. If there are any questions, any suggestions, or if there are any topics that you would like me to discuss, go ahead and click below and I'll be happy to answer. And credit champs, I'll see you in the new year. Bye.